So essentially how this class is gonna work is we're obviously gonna be working on a ton of 45s right now. We're gonna start with some standard ones, go to the Cradle 45s, which are like the ones that open up and then release. We're gonna be doing some one-handed ones, we're gonna be doing some neck roll ones, we're just basically gonna be exploring a bunch of different 45s throughout the day. And then towards the end of class, you'll obviously have the option and stuff to stay after and then get help with kind of anything you need. Try to keep it obviously geared towards 45s at the end. But if there's something that you've been struggling with like really bad, then just let me know and I'll try to help you with it. And then when we're done like learning all the 45s, we're also gonna practice like catching them behind the back. And we're just gonna be like practicing it with that standard one and maybe the Cradle one, but just trying to getting the basics of it so that when you guys leave this class, you have all the tools and all the knowledge to work on your own and advance it. Does that all make sense? So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Oh yes, I guess I didn't even explain the text, that's right. So first of all, one of the big things about this class is honestly, that's why I'm happy that I have Katie here to just literally remind me so much. So we have about 13 to 14 techs on the call. And they obviously volunteered their time to be here to help you guys because there's obviously only one of me and there's gonna be like 150 to 200 of you. So I obviously can't watch every single screen. So they're gonna be in the chat watching you guys in case you need help at any time. They'll send you a direct message and they'll send you a comment in here to kind of give you tips. So if you see someone like correcting you, don't get all upset or anything. That's their job here. That's the whole point of this class, is so that it's not just me, it's multiple sources of information helping everyone get 45. Does that make sense? And then one more thing at the end of each section as well, I will open it up to where if you have not done 45s before and you learned how to do them, you can put in the chat what helped you get it. That way, someone across the country, they might be having that same issue and it might be your words that fix it. So you'll have an opportunity at the end of each toss that we do to put what helped you personally get it in this class. And then if you didn't get it, or if you already had it, then it's no big deal. You don't have to put anything. But yeah, does that kind of make sense? So we have Nabai is one of the techs. We have Alex, we have Jackie Brown, we have Katie, who's sitting right here. We have Jesus, we have Angel, we have Jalen, we have Carlos, we have Eric, we have Sarah, and we have Jose. So you will see a bunch of people, if you look at participants, you'll see a bunch of people with the name tech, underscore, and then their name. Those are all the people that are on the call for you to help you guys. You know what I mean? So anytime you're having trouble, if you're like, oh, I really just can't do this, message one of the techs and they'll give you directions and help. Does that all make sense to everyone? Just a thumbs up or thumbs down, just so I know everyone can hear me and understand. Good. Okay, perfect. So, and then one more thing for all my Spanish speakers too that are on the call and don't speak English, we do have 2 Spanish speakers on the call. Their names are Tech Carlos and then Tech Jesus, or I think his is Chewy right now. So you can message one of them if you're confused, if you need help or anything, that we do have Spanish speakers on here to help as well. Does that make sense for everyone? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yes. Cool, awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with that right hand on the tab to learn this first one, just like this. And we're gonna put that left hand, if you don't have a top cheater, it's okay. You're gonna put it just like a foot down from your flag, just like this. Cool. Let's go ahead right now and have everyone face this way just so we can start getting our angles of the 45 proper to start. So we're gonna start like this. Right hand is on that right hip. We're gonna go ahead and pull the flag to flat in front of our eyes, just like this. Good. And then we're gonna keep going to like a unicorn position, just like that. So again, everyone go back down. Now I'll face you so you can kind of see. I'm starting like this on my right hip. I'm gonna go to flat in front of my eyes, and then I'm gonna go straight up. So everyone try that pathway a couple of times and just make sure that again, you are going through eye level at flat and then up to this angle. This is gonna be the basis of kind of like every 45 toss that we do today is gonna be passing through these angles. So we're gonna try and exercise really quick all together, and we're gonna do it in 4. We're gonna go 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and flat, 2, 3, 4, and up, 6, 7, 8. Here we go, we're all gonna do it. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and flat, 2, 3, 4, and up, 6, 7, 8. Cool, let's try it one more time. And now really notice from the side, when I'm passing through this angle, I'm not doing this to get to flat, right? And I'm not doing this to get to flat. I'm going right from my hip directly up to my eye level and then directly up here. So they're not going any extra pathway. So let's try it again in 4 one more time. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Now we'll do the same thing in 2s now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And again. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Really, really notice the angle of my flag is not too flat, right? It's kind of more vertical. Yeah, because when I'm doing these 45s, if I'm flat, my flag is going to throw forward so far. But if I'm vertical, my flag will go directly upward. So you want to make sure that you are not like this when you're throwing the 45. You're actually at that 45 angle. Let's try it one more time in twos, and then we'll try it in ones. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And now we'll do it in ones. So we're going to go 1, 2, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and flat up. And again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and flat up. Cool. And now we do everything in one count. So now instead of hitting those points, you're just going to make sure you're passing through those checkpoints on your way up to that 45. So now we're just going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. And we're going to pass through that flat that we just like solidified, and we're going to go directly up to that toss point. Here we go. Let's just do it in one count. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Cool. Let's try it again. Same thing. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Good. And I want everyone to try this one more time on their own. And I really want you to be aware of where your bottom tip is going. Where the tip of your flag is going is going to be really apparent to where your 45 goes. So if you're doing this to get up instead of passing through, it's wrong. So everyone just one time on your own, check yourself really quick and make sure that you are doing that right pathway before we start releasing it. I'm going to scroll through and kind of watch people. Mm-hmm.
Some of them are doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and then most of them are doing like
Mm-hmm.
and then just tell them like someone should be able to stand in front of you and toss over them.
Okay, so here's three tips that Katie's seeing in the like the chat right now. First of all, notice that I'm in the second position, right? See where my tip is pointing? It's pointing directly forward up to that upper 45. So I'm not facing this way to start my 45. I'm just facing solid front. When I go into my release, I'm not turning my body at all. I'm just doing this. See how everything on my body stayed still other than my arms, because you're wanting to make sure that you're not getting the 45 with your body positioning. You're getting it with the actual technique of the toss. And then the second thing was what? Oh yes, the second thing is make sure we're not grabbing like this. Yes, make sure we're not grabbing like this on the top. Make sure we're grabbing from under. Yeah, so the right hand is on top on the tab. The left hand is under at that top tape. That's how we're getting that 45 out. Yeah, and then yeah, this is a big one too to kind of help with the pathway, because obviously I can't do this or else I'd hit her, right? So I want to make sure that you should be able to have someone stand in front of you. And this is an exercise I do with my kids too when they don't get the angles of the 45s, and make sure that when you're throwing it or you're going to the release, it should be doing this and going over that person. So to where when I release it, it goes directly over her, and that's it. So you really, really, really want to make sure that you are getting that pathway, passing through flat and straight up. So let's all try it one more time. We're just going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Here we go. No release yet. We'll release next time. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Cool. And now let's try releasing it. Here we go. We're going to try releasing it. You want to make sure that that left hand is pulling behind your head as quickly as possible, and the right hand is pushing the height into the flag. Here we go. We're going to try it one time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool. Let's go ahead and try it again. So just like I said right before we released it, remember that your left hand is going to control all the speed. So if I am setting up for my 45 toss and I just use my left hand, my flag's going to do this. You know what I mean? And it's just going to fly so fast and so far. And then vice versa, if I just use my right hand, it's just going to do this. You know what I mean? So that's why it's a really good idea to understand both of those elements so that you can just combine them properly. So I use my left hand to pull behind my head, and I use my right hand to push height, and then together it makes the toss come right out. Because
hey,
it's working
Robert,
together. Yes.
Could you face the camera and do it with a mirror, like with your left hand, just go through the points before the release?
Yeah, so you're here with your left hand under at this top tape, or sorry, yeah, your left hand under, and then you're over here. From here, you go pass through flat at eye level, just like this. And then from here, it goes right behind your head, like that. So again, I'm here. Yep, and I'm gonna go up and in. And remember, these are just checkpoints. These are just checkpoints for where you're passing through. So when you're doing the actual toss, you don't want to segment. You want to go directly up to that release point. And you really see like how quick my flag is moving. I'm not really using muscle, I'm using speed to get the flag out and out of my hand. So make sure we're all kind of doing that. Cool. Yeah, everyone go ahead and keep trying it on your own. I'm gonna keep watching. Yeah, don't be scared to throw it. Try throwing it. The worst that's gonna happen, I bet you, when you throw it, is that it's gonna do this. And it's gonna go over there. Yeah, so just try throwing it. You don't know what your issue is until you release it and let it go. Good, Sarah, that was really good. Sarah Jansen, beautiful. Yes, I can show you the rotation when throwing it. Let me go down a little bit. It's just a little single, so I'm just going here. Oh, sorry. I'm just going here and grab. And then, let me see if I can do it mirrored. I'm going here and grab. Yeah, so it's just a little single. There's not a lot of rotation. We are not catching behind the back yet. All the behind the back catches will happen at the end of the class. So in like an hour or so. And remember, the left hand is going behind the head. The right hand is going to unicorn. So make sure we're thinking that left hand having a destination and the right hand having like an intent is what makes this toss come out. If you're just throwing like this, you know what I mean? There's no direction to any of your hands. So get it behind your head and get it straight up and down. Good, keep going, I'll keep watching. Good, Natalie. Yeah, really good, Joe. Really good, yes. Good, Danny.
Good job, Angelica.
Yes, very good. Yeah, and remember, even if you've already known how to do these 45s, check the details. Make sure you're passing through those pathways. A lot of times, especially with 45s, we don't understand that we're actually throwing them like this. You know what I mean? Like my 45 looks like this, but a lot of us sometimes don't realize that we're throwing it like this. So it's like, oh, well, why am I not catching it right? It's because it's in the wrong plane. Make sure we remember that there can be someone standing in front of you and you were trying to throw over them. Like even right now with this camera, I can throw the 45 over this camera. But if I did the wrong pathway, I would hit it. Yeah. Cool, let's do about 30 more seconds and then we're gonna go ahead and add a card with it. Okay, so Sophie, yours is really, really, really close, Sophie. Just make sure that your right hand is kind of pushing just a little bit this way. Just a slight bit. Right now, your right hand's pushing out to this corner. Yeah. Yeah, that was closer. It's just, you see how fast it's rotating? Like you have really good speed. Just push your hand this way a little more. There, yes, that's so much closer, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. And then remember, it doesn't stay on this side of your body. So I don't do this. Sorry, I'll turn around. I don't do this to release, right? It goes over something. So make sure it's going over something that's in front of you. Let's go ahead and try it a couple more times all together. Here we go. Kind of solidify all those details that we learned. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool, let's try it one more time. Here we go again. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Cool, and now we're gonna add a little bit onto it. So instead of just releasing and catching normal, you're gonna just take that right foot around and you're gonna be catching to the back. So the toss stays the exact same, nothing about the release changes. So you wanna make sure you're going release, step, grab. And then you'll be catching in second just like this to the back. And then if you're good at these and you're totally fine at these, you can add a rotation. You don't have to stay at the single that I'm doing. If you wanna up it and get to double 45s and stuff already, you can. Go ahead and try that. Make sure you're taking that step with it too, because it's gonna make it feel a little bit different. Diana Sanchez, make sure your left hand is under on the pull, not over. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, good, Diana. Yep, just like that. Remember, don't move your body. Don't do this to release, because you're not gonna have power going into your toss. You have to lift up into your flag. Lift, ooh, hit the tree, so that all of it, all the power goes into it. I know I want to kill you now. Good, Daniela. No, Ashita.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, what's up?
Yeah, I have a student here, Samantha. She needs help in Spanish. Can I explain her something in Spanish really quick?
Of course, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ok, Samantha, aquí voy. Lo que básicamente está explicando, lo que está explicando Robert, básicamente, es el ángulo de 45 grados, que cuando estemos marcándolo, lo hagamos de la forma correcta, y por eso él lo hizo con conteos muy básicos y conteos largos. Por ejemplo, estamos aquí, y él lo estaba haciendo 1, 2, 3, 4, para que pueda simplificar y aprender las partes correctas para realizar el tiro de 45. Y de esta forma se debe ver de lado. Tiene que ser completamente hacia arriba flat y después hacia arriba como un cuerno de unicornio. Entonces, para hacer el release point, vamos aquí y cuadramos 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Y ahí es cuando soltamos el release hacia el frente y lo cachamos con la mano derecha. That's all, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone's complimenting your Spanish skills. I love it. Okay, so just remember the point of these classes is not to leave knowing every single 45. I know we all want that. I know we all want that out of every class we go to, but we're all on different levels. You know what I mean? We're all taking different steps to reach the goal. So make sure you're just taking away the details, at least. If you're not getting it right now, don't get frustrated. It's just the first one. You have plenty more to learn. Yes? Let's go ahead and everyone get a quick water. Everybody go ahead and get a quick water. We're gonna try it all together with that step, and then we're gonna move on. About 30 seconds. Cool, here we go, let's try it. So remember, recapping all the details. Right hand is over, left hand is under. We wanna make sure we're in that big second position to start. Yeah, if you do tendus, it's totally fine to do that. Just make sure you're in the right angle. So I'm in the second position. I'm passing through flat and then straight up to go. After I release is when I take the step. I don't do this because it's gonna throw off my toss. I release and then take a step. Here we go. We're all gonna release on 1 and then we're all catching on 3. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool, let's try it again. Same exact thing, here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Good, Olivia, that was so good. And yeah, Adriana, that was really good too. Just when you catch, spread your hands out, that's all. Everyone, let's try it one more time. Here we go again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Good, Daniela, beautiful. Good, Danny. Yeah, good, Joe. Yeah. So a lot of us are doing really, really, really well with getting into the plane. Now, just remember to advance these tosses, you don't need a crazy amount of muscle. Just always remember that. You only need speed and you only need technique to go up. So make sure when you're starting to go to those higher tosses, all you do is you're pushing that right hand up as fast as you can. So notice my technique doesn't change. This is my single. And now all I do is push my right hand faster, and this is my double. Yeah, so make sure as you're working on your own, and you're advancing the standard 45, it's the speed of the right hand that'll get the height. And then it's the left hand pulling back behind your head that'll get all the speed out. Cool. Good, yeah, I see a lot of them advancing. I'm very, very good. Cool, okay, awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and start in cradle now. So we're gonna go move on to the next one. So everyone just take your flag in your left hand. Take your right hand and just cradle it like a baby, just like this. So you're holding your flag like that, and I'll mirror you, just for those of us that haven't done this before, if you're new, good. So you're holding it like this. We're all gonna go ahead and do a big open up into a lunge. So we're gonna go big open, and now from here, we're gonna go ahead and drop down, and now the flag is gonna go up, and we're gonna re-grab with my thumb down, just like this. So everyone go into that prep. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, so everyone watch it again. So she's gonna go big lunge, down up, and then into that prep for this toss. So notice that my prep is ending, the prep is ending behind that right butt cheek. It's not ending all the way out here. And I'll explain that in a second why. Just make sure when you're grabbing that you have a bent arm like this. Cool. Yeah, and then make sure that thumb's down. Make sure we don't grab thumb up. Cool. Okay, so we're all good with that. So from this moment now, everyone's coming here and we're grabbing. So from this moment, everyone go ahead and face the camera and face me, so you don't have to mirror, like crane your neck or anything to watch. So from this moment, I literally just pull my hand bent up, just like this. Notice that my hand did not straighten out. I didn't do this and keep my hand straight. Do you see how when my hand is straight, I don't have as much control over my wrist? So that's not like a me versus you thing. That's just like an anatomy thing. I just don't have as much control over my wrist when my arm is straight. So going up to that 45 toss, you don't want this, because look at my flag. You want to make sure that you have a bent arm behind that right butt cheek, bent arm going all the way up, just like that, into that release. Yeah. So to do this now, you want to make sure that from this lunge and from this huge cradle moment, you're pushing the momentum into the flag. Open, speed, and grab. Do you see how much speed I push when I switch my hand? You want to make sure you're pushing that speed already. Yeah, that was really, really good, Danielle. Very good. So now from here, it's very similar to this toss that we just did. Literally, it's the exact same release, exact same thing. So you want to make sure that you're feeling that now just with the right hand. So you go up, down, up, release the same, and grab. And we're going to actually do the first one that we do. Let's go ahead and just catch silk up, just like this. So just release it softly. Everyone try it. Remember, you don't know that you can't do it until you try it. And you might surprise yourself and do it the first time. Good, Karen. Yes, that was really good. That was literally it. Perfect. Gotta make sure everyone's trying it. Good, Joe. Very good. Good, Olivia. Can you show the cradle part again? Yes, I can. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Watch Katie. Make sure that we're not doing here. Do you see how she's grabbing? Do you see how she's grabbing it so high up? That's gonna make you slap your flag down. So I'm gonna mirror so everyone can see. So I'm in cradle, so I'm blocking. Yes, it like rolls over the hand. So again, I'm here, I go open up, and then it goes from here, I just go pop and re-grab on that pull. That's my prep going into that. Yeah, so everyone keep trying that. Make sure that you're pushing out to go into that release. And notice too, the thing about the release, like if the thing that's leading up the momentum, is that I don't stop. The entire time leading up to when I let my flag go, I just keep going and going and going. It does not stop. And then I personally bend my arm when I release. Yeah, it's like a soft bend. I go here to release my 45, very soft bend. But if you want to do this, you're totally free to do like full straight arm. When I re-grab, I am re-grabbing at half on the pull to do my releases for this. Cool, yeah, remember, any questions you have, ask them. Totally fine. Any questions you have. Remember, we are all here to help you. Good, Sarah. Yes, that's literally it. So after a lot of us are getting it, literally. But you have to make sure from here, don't release and keep that foot here. Remember, it's like the other one. That's why you practice the step with the standard toss. I take that right foot step to go into that grab. So make sure we're all getting it. You want to end to the front. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're doing this perfect, but keep it going in that flat around, like rainbow.
Yes, okay, perfect. So Katie's watching a bunch of us, and make sure that when we're going from this cradle and we're doing this, when we re-grab, we have to keep that same circular pathway that we're doing. Yes, and then when we grab in this prep right here, you want to make sure that you don't cut this forward. Do you see how my plane completely changes? I go from doing this, that's a full circle, to doing this. And it cuts through. Yeah, so like my 45 is gonna look absolutely crazy if I cut through that angle. You know what I mean? It just looks wild. So you wanna make sure that you are going here, full circle, all the way around. It just keeps making circles behind me.
Can you show that from the side, like turn to your left or turn to your right and show that?
So I'm here,
the angle.
And I go cradle, down, up, and grab. And now from here, this is where I break 45 to go up. So again, not this. A difference between this. Here, here, and up. One is like that full circle, kind of staying close to the toaster, slight 45, and one of them is not.
They're just having trouble releasing. So like just showing them like that you could just do it and like let it fly away from you. Like you don't have to touch it. Just get that like.
Yeah, remember the whole point of this is to try it as best as you can. So once you get to the release right now, you really just kind of have to let it go. Once you do that, you can see where your release is going. So make sure you're going from here and you're going open cradle. This is the moment you want to get to. So everyone just go here. Everyone just go here really quick. If you're having trouble, everyone go here. And let's all face that way. So remember your right hand should be bent behind your butt cheek. Yep. And now from here, you want to pull the right hand to here in one quick motion, up. And see where my flag passes through. My flag passes to the wall. Think of going like to your 90-degree angle, up, as I pass through that 45. Yeah, so that's literally all you do to release. And notice, like, I'm not doing anything kind of crazy to let it go, especially because this is such a soft toss. When we start getting into the double, then we're gonna start whipping just a little bit. But right now, all you have to do is get up there. As soon as you hit that point, let it go. Nothing else, nothing less. Up and grab. Keep trying it. I'll keep watching through, trying to give comments. Good, Emma. Very, very, very good, Emma. Yes, this will be on YouTube after. That's what I'm saying. If you're messing up, if you don't know, if you can't get through it, it's okay.
Hey, Robert, I have
all these details.
That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Hey guys, I was watching a lot of you. Be careful when you're going into the speed. Keep the speed going at one motion. I noticed that when we re-grab at the middle of the pole, we're squeezing it so much that it slows down the speed. So you're reconnecting the hand and continue the speed going into the release point. Well, to the top 45 to the front. So make sure that you continue the speed going into the toss, and then make sure that the body arrives going into the toss so it's not at a different angle 45. You want to keep it to the front 45, if that makes sense.
Yes, 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 yes. Those are perfect comments. And then visualizing all that stuff, what he means is this first thing, I'll come a little bit closer. This first thing, you don't want to do this. See, I'm just like I'm just putting so much force and squeeze into that flag to where when I go into my release, it's going to look like this. See how just like jolty it looks like I'm using so much muscle and aggression to get the toss out. And you want one fluid, quick motion through everything. Over, around, and up. One quick motion. And the second thing he talked about was making sure that when you are going into the release, remember our checkpoint was here in second position. Our checkpoint is not this, right? Because then when I go to release, it's gonna be in this plane. So you wanna make sure that when you are doing that prep, you go big second turned out just like that. And then you are doing the toss from this position so that the entire thing kind of locks in with those feet, like you mentioned, lock in, grab. Cool, remember, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. If your toss is too low, you wanna make sure that you are feeling the swing of the flag, this kind of like down feeling. When you feel that flag get heavy on the bottom, you wanna pull more speed into it. And the speed will help you go higher. So the faster your right hand goes up, the higher your toss is gonna go. If you're throwing a single and a half, it would be, this is a single, right? Yeah, that's a single and a half. Here, yeah. So tab in like, I do like third-ish, somewhere on here on the pole. That's what I'm doing for like the single and a half. Yeah, some of you guys have beautiful tosses. Yeah, remember those details. It's really about the pathway. 45s is truly all pathway. Like the release isn't anything complex. It's the pathway and the angles of what you're doing that makes 45 so hard. You know what I mean? So once you understand that pathway and you know where to put your tip and we're like what points in space to go through, the 45s come out like butter. Yeah, so really, really, really work to make sure you're here, and passing through all those points that we detailed. Go ahead and try it a couple more times before we try it all together. Yes, 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 yes. And that's a big thing too, which is why I paralleled it to like the first toss that we learned at the beginning, is if you are struggling and you cannot find enough like energy going into the release, then you can just add, go ahead, you can just add that left hand over here and add, and then it'll help you practice like what pathway to go up. Yeah, so make sure if you're having issues with that, literally just add that left hand here, left hand and up, and it'll help you kind of get used to what you're supposed to do. Only if you're having trouble. And if you're not having trouble, just do it how it's supposed to be done. Good, Natalie. Very good. Good, Joe.
Good job, Maya Terry.
Yeah, good, Maya. Okay, if your flag is going behind you, it is because you were releasing like this. See how like far back my arm is from my body? When I actually release this, my hand is pretty close. It's like right above my head. I'll come closer. Like this is where my hand is when I'm releasing this toss. So a lot of you guys right now are doing this, and then you're pulling this hand back. So it's doing that. You see how like far back my hand went? You want to make sure it's going forward, leaning forward to move into that. Good, yeah, very good. So many of you, very good.
Hey, Robert, again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Can I explain something very quick to my Latin people?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Hola, mi gente. Vamos aquí otra vez. Aquí latinos, todo el mundo. So, lo que está explicando Robert es que cogemos la bandera con la mano derecha en forma de bebé, como Monigen aquí. Entonces hacemos un pequeño lunge. Esto se llama lo que es un lunge. Tenemos que hacer esto. Cuando vayamos a bajar, aquí tenemos un pequeño take que se llama the triggers. So, cogemos aquí en este primer take cuando hagamos el Cradle, con la mano hacia atrás. Esto se llama un backhand, pero con la mano hacia atrás. Y de allí hacemos el release hacia afuera y a 45 hacia atrás. So, así se vería. Vamos aquí. Cuando estemos acá, soltamos atrás en esta parte. Cuando lo vayamos a soltar, giramos nuestros hombros con nuestra cintura levemente hacia frente y cogemos con la mano derecha aquí en el tape y la mano izquierda en este tip. De esta forma. That's all, Robert.
Perfect, thank you so much. And then a couple things. For the rotation of the toss, I'm here, just because I know it lags just a little bit when it's in the air. From this moment, for now, I'm just rotating one time and then grabbing. So that's like what my flag is doing in the air. It's going silk up, silk down, silk up, and I catch it on that second silk up. So then I'll show you here. I'll do it a little bit slower so you can watch the rotation. It goes up and up. That's all your flag is doing for now. Just to get the basic of the Cradle 45, that's kind of what you want to do. Yes, yes, Jalen, thank you. Yeah, and that, yeah, just remember, like, do what works for you. If you're scared of hitting yourself right now with the flag, it's okay. Throw it and drop it. It's no big deal. You can throw, you're on your own right now. You know what I mean? You're not in the middle of this clinic in the middle of the gym where we have to protect the gym floors. You're on your own outside. If you want to drop your flag and just get used to releasing it, do that. You know what I mean? No one's going to yell at you for dropping your flag right now. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Good. Yes, Abby Bishop. That is so close. All you have to do is just turn the other way. So that is a big thing. A lot of us are really close and we're doing the toss, but we're doing this. Do you see how I'm staying facing this way? Like I'm not turning my body, I'm releasing, and then I'm trying to catch it like over here. You want to release, and then you want to turn over the left shoulder to go catch. So I go open, down, up, I turn, and grab. So a lot of you guys are really doing the toss properly. You're just turning the wrong way. So check that.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What if my flag travels? Because I've noticed sometimes, like, I release it, like, almost like with the 45, is like, if you don't release behind your head, I don't release it behind my head. So especially, like, sometimes I'll try to go for a 2.5 or even, like, anything, like, much more, try to give a lot more power, but then in reality, it just travels, like, it will go, like, a lot over.
Like it travels like this?
Yes.
Not hold it on
Very
too long. So when we have things that swing, this works for all tosses too. When we have things that swing, our like natural release point is at the tip. You know what I mean? That's the tip is like where you want it to go. So if I release too soon and I let it go too early, we're not all the way at that release point. So just like normal and standard tosses, like on weapon and singles on flag, when I release it, it's gonna go that way if I release too soon. And then vice versa, if I hold on too long, then the natural rotation is just gonna keep going and taking it over. So most likely in your case, you just have to get it out of your hands faster. Like give yourself counts and go, actually, let's all try it really quick so we can all have counts with this toss. So we're all gonna be here and then just make sure everyone's muted. So we're all gonna be here. And we're gonna do this big cradle out on 1, 2, 3, grab 4. And then from here, we're gonna release on 5. And then if you're doing my single, then you're gonna go 5, 6, and 7. And then if you're doing a single and a half, you're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you're doing a double, you're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to catch. Does that make sense for everyone? Cool, yeah, Nicole, that is so close. Nicole, that's literally so close. You just gotta turn. That's all you have to do to get that properly. Cool, so let's all go here. Good, we look just like this. We're in this big cradle. So remember, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, prep 4, out 5. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 3, grab 4, up 5, 6, 7. Cool, okay. So if we just did that and you felt so slow because I just started counting like super fast, you didn't make it in time, this is the way to know that you're going too slow. Does that make sense? The toss will not work out properly just with physics and just the way gravity works. The toss will not work out properly if you're doing it this slow. My flag just can't launch like that. You know what I mean? So that's why the speed is so quick, because you have to push it. Push, push, and quick to go up. That's what I'm saying. It's not muscle, it's timing, technique, and speed that will make things consistent and make things happen. Here we go. Let's try it again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, out 5, 6, 7, grab. Cool. Let's try it a couple more times. I'm gonna do the single and a half now. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Last time. I'll do the double now. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wind 9. Cool. Okay, awesome. So right now, I would love everyone to get some water. And then if you learned something in these last 2 tosses that made you get the toss, like there was just something that clicked, there was some detail or something you just figured out on your own, put it in the chat. You know what I mean? You don't know what like tip helped you that might help someone else across the country. You know what I mean? So it's not just the text that can put something. If you're finding like, oh dang, like the speed helped me, put that in the chat. Oh dang, the whip helped me, put that in the chat. Or Jose's comment about grabbing the pole too hard, put it in the chat. Whatever helps you, just go ahead and put it. And then everyone else going to get water before we move on to our next toss.
Y'all are doing so good. I just wanted to say that. Like, I've been kind of watching individuals and giving private feedback and stuff, and don't give up on yourselves. You're looking good.
I keep trying to do it and the dogs get in the way. Roscoe. Like, I got one right here. They had a Jackie. This one's Roscoe. The other one, I don't know where the other one is. It keeps going behind me.
Hey Jackie, I'm going to get out because my AirPod is getting low in my battery. So I'm going to connect my headphones, but I need to get out my phone and get back. Can you ask me again when I come back?
Okay, are we all good? Ready to learn the next one? Yeah, and remember, it's okay if you're a beginner, it's okay if you're advanced. Just try to learn what you can. You know what I mean? And even if you don't learn it, and even if you don't have it today, you have all the details to work on it on your own. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and learn the next one. And we can all hear me, right? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, perfect. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and start here. We're gonna be at half on the pole. That thumb's gonna be up, but we're gonna be putting the pole down, just like that. Cool. So from this moment, we're gonna pull the arm straight up, just like this in front of me, like unicorn shape. We're gonna go ahead and plie, and it's gonna go straight down behind me. And now from here, you're gonna go ahead and go right back up with that flag, just like that. So look at my hand. It's super weird. At the end, it looks like this at the end of that release. So again, everyone go here. This is gonna be like probably one of the most confusing ones, so just a fair warning. So I'm here. So again, I go up to that unicorn shape, and I'm mirroring you right now. From here, I go second plie, just like this. And then look at my hand. As it goes up, it goes like that. Do you see how my pole stays behind my head? I don't do this and put the pole in front of my head. So it's really hard to do that just with one hand. So try it going quick. Try going up, down, up. And everyone just try getting to that point. Go ahead. Aww. Yeah, make sure you're trying it. Okay, so now I don't want you to start this toss like that. That was just for checkpoints. I want us all to go here and start like at this right angle, just like this. And now when we start, we're just gonna slide that hand up. So that right hand's gonna slide to half on the pole, and then that's how we're gonna start it. So we're gonna go, wait 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go slide, down, and up. So everyone try that on your own a bunch of times. Just get that pathway. Good. Yeah, good, Maddie. Maddie, that's it. I know it feels uncomfortable. You know what I mean? When we're like doing the basics of it, it feels so uncomfortable. Our hands are like twisted. It's like weird. It makes our arms feel. It's understandable because these things aren't meant to be slow. These things are meant to be fast. So make sure you understand the pathway. And then after you do that, you just have to start pushing speed. You can't keep doing it at that slow speed. Make sure you go quick. And yes, it's like a wrist cradle. It's exactly what you just said. Yes, it's a wrist cradle with that right hand. It's that. So like, yes, exactly. I would be cradling if I kept going. So now let's all try it again. So now we're gonna add counts to it so that we can have speed. The counts aren't for you to be slow on, the counts are for you to realize if you're going too slow, you have to speed it up to get the toss. So here we go, we're gonna start here, and we're gonna go up on 1, down on 2, up on 3. And that's all we're doing, we're not releasing it. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide 1, 2, 3. Cool. And there is a little bit of like wrist action when it's pulling behind your head, but there is really no wrist action that it's releasing above your head, just especially for the single right now. Let's try it again. So same exact thing. I start here and I go 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Notice that I'm plieing with my down. I'm not doing this. See just how like awkward everything looks? It looks misplaced. Make sure your body is feeling and following the flag. Up, feel, down, and up. Cool. So now from here, you literally just let it go. Just like all the other tosses. You have like the details of it. You just literally let the flag go. So you go up, down, up, grab. Sorry, a little bit of wind. So it's gonna literally do the exact same thing that this toss just did. So I went from this side and I released like that. It's the exact same toss. Up, down, up, grab. That exact same way. So everyone go ahead and try it, start releasing it now. And then same thing we've been saying the whole class. I'd rather you throw it 8 feet to the left than not throw it at all and never throw it this whole class. Good, Maddie, just faster as you're going down and pulling back up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're too short for this, go closer to the tab. This is just where I grab personally. If I learned it with the prep, you can still do the prep, of course. And that's another thing too. If I'm doing it differently, if I'm prepping differently than you would do at your school or organization, change it for yourself. I'm just giving you all the technique. What's your question, Adriana?
I don't know, like, if my hand placement's right, because, like, I don't think like, whenever I get to release it, it, like, goes, like, my hand placement's weird.
Let me see
I
really
don't
quick.
know, like, so, like,
Go do your prep.
so here,
Yep, thank you. So from here, you slide to half.
which is here.
Yep, just like that. And then try to straighten that arm completely so it's already above your head. Yeah. Oh, and then thumb up.
Oh, so, like, here?
Yeah, and then straighten that arm. And then from there, just go down and up. Down
But then
and
how
up.
do I
Good.
release? Because, like, my...
So you release just like that. You release from this cradle. It's gonna feel extremely uncomfortable. Exactly. But yeah, you're supposed to let the flag go when it's right here. And then try to take your left hand off of it too. So when you get to that point, go up and then take your left hand off so it's just your right hand that's helping the flag get up. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. And then obviously, yeah, of course. And then obviously if a tech can watch her and just help her to see if making sure she's doing okay. And then yeah, that is for everyone too. Like you really want to make sure, like I said, it feels uncomfortable to go into that cradle, but it's just kind of like what the toss is, you know what I mean? How do I keep it from going?
Not strong enough to do that's right above your head, that like buzzer,
Okay, so notice that, remember, like for this toss, we do have a definite moment of a release. You know what I mean? It's not a range of where I should be releasing. There's a definite feeling and moment that I should be letting this toss go. So you want to make sure, if it's not working out for you, to just do this. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you're trying to like hit a buzzer. Like imagine there's something right above your head, and from this down behind your head, you were trying to hit that buzzer as quickly as possible. And I whipped just now just because I was going from still, but I go slow and then quick. Do you see how much quicker my flag is going up than it is down? Yes, 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 yes. That was really, really, really close for you, Emma. Just make sure that you get it to be pretty close to the toaster. Okay, yes, this toss will travel forward two different ways. You'll either do this and get the flag in front of you, and I'll do it a little bit slower. So instead of going behind your head like this, if you're going forward, you're probably doing this, where you're behind your head and then you're in front. See the difference? Or you're going behind your head, but your hand is just too far forward, like that. And you're trying to throw that hand forward. So make sure this toss is just like this cradle one that we just learned, where the right hand is like above my head, like this. It's the exact same thing, where this lasso toss is right above my head. Right there, right, like literally directly above my head. Yeah, Emma, don't bring it in front of you at the end, going into the release. Yeah, no, unfortunately, this one is not really possible two-handed, just the two-handed start. Just again, make sure you're pushing speed right off the bat. Yeah, you don't want to wait till the end of the toss when you don't have any energy left or momentum to try to push speed. You want to start it from the beginning. You want to give yourself all those resources and momentum and speed and strength and all those buzzwords. You want to give that to yourself right from the initiation, not when you're going into the release. That was beautiful, Ashita. Just back off the whip a little bit. Soften up your release.
Can you demonstrate that from the side?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, wait 1 second. Let me demonstrate from the side really quick. What'd you say? Okay, Katie said it's easier for some people when she was learning that if she is right foot in front. So she's kind of like in a fourth, so that you can go plie and push forward just a little bit. Yeah, and then from the side, it just looks like this, so it stays above my head here and grab. And then who else had a question? Just a single right now. Yeah, we're just working on a single. It's like, it's not necessarily behind our heads. It's like just directly above us. So yes, at some point it is like the silk is going behind your head, but the majority of the toss, like if you watch from the side, the majority of the toss stays in front of me. Like it's like just like it's directly above my head because it's rotating like right here. This is exactly where it should be rotating. So it's not like this and it's not like that, directly above it. That's what makes these tosses so scary, is that you can't throw them forward and you can't throw them back. They literally have to be rotating right above you for them to work out. Yes, Emily. Yeah, that was so close. It was just a little bit too much. You can back off a little bit, yeah. That was really close, Rosie. Just take a step. Take a step to go get it if you need. Sophie, that's right. Katie said that's correct. So the quickest way, if you're meeting the count and you don't have speed, count faster.
Momentum enough to make it do like a full rotation.
What'd you say? Sorry, repeat one more time. Like one more rotation? Is that what I said? Oh, just so remember that we started this toss with a plie. Remember, we go up and then it's this plie that's also helping us push speed upwards and height. So make sure that you're not just doing it with the arms and doing that. You're kind of getting the plie so it can be a full rotation all the way around. What'd you say? Mm-hmm. Wait, say it one more time. No, go ahead.
Just more like
Mm-hmm.
release.
Mm-hmm.
Free hands, so sort of it's much trouble. And a lot more releasing it like looking at your front versus thinking pizza.
Okay. Yes, no, that's good. So Katie is talking about how when she's watching some of us, yes, when you're too short, you're scared of hitting the ground behind you. So you're trying to go like vertical and get it in front of you and do like this kind of toss. See how it's come out? Make sure that you're behind you and it's kind of like pizza pan. Like you're trying to do this with your hand when you release. That's kind of what's happening, because remember, we're coming from that cradle, so our hand is naturally at that angle. So when you're going up to the release, if you watch her, she thinks pizza pan, up, pizza, to release. So make sure we're all kind of doing that. Up, pizza, to release. Yeah. Right, and then yeah, just remember, as always, if you're scared, just try it and then let it go. Cool, let's go ahead and try it again. Let's go ahead and try it. So we're gonna be going 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And then if you're doing a bigger rotation, then you'll catch on 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that double rotation, you'd be catching on 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with that silk up. And then just don't throw it 9 feet too low like I just did. Cool, okay, we all ready to try it? Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 5. Cool, let's go ahead and try it again. And remember, all these tosses, we're taking that first right step that we learned on our standard 45. Here we go again, same thing. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 5. Cool. Yep, and again, and I'll do the single and a half this time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, and again. And now I'll be doing the double. Last time. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Yes. So remember, like always, like all the other tosses, everyone can start getting water too, because we're going to start transitioning to the next toss. If there was something, a detail that was said or a detail that you found out on your own that helped you, put it in the chat. Let everyone know so that everyone can be getting better. And then same thing, you read the chat too, in case you didn't get it, something in there might trigger something that makes you get it. Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. This is Katie. Also, just remember, I specifically remember being 16 and going in my backyard, and this took me a full 3 hours, I just tossed it way too in front of me and then way too far back. And then it just at some moment kind of clicks for you. Some of these tosses do take a little bit of muscle memory. Robert's able to do them so consistently because he, like his arms and his muscles, it knows like the flag needs to lie. So don't give up if it like keeps coming out kind of wonky, because this is hard because you only have one hand to manipulate it. Just keep trying, and at some point it will click for you. And again, you can just like send us like questions or comments like privately or anything. And two, you can like send us videos as well like during, but it does take a little bit of time, so don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen within these like 10 or 20 minutes. But yeah, really good work so far. Yay.
Okay, awesome. So these next 2 tosses are gonna be, I wouldn't say they're the hardest, but they're the most awkward to understand. Andres, that was really close. You just need to get it in the toaster a little bit more. That was really close. Sorry, I just like completely stopped what I was saying. Yeah, that was really good, Andres. That was really close. So, oh, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, these tosses are very uncomfortable to do, but they're fun. They feel kind of like nothing when you do them, and that's one of the biggest things I want kind of all of us to take away from this class is remember that you don't need muscle to do these things. You just need the technique and the speed and the timing of it. That's what tosses are. You know what I mean? Imagine like when you were a little kid swinging keys, you know what I mean? Like swinging keys on a lanyard. You know, when you try to just swing it and throw it as high as you can, it's that same exact concept with color guard where we're swinging, swinging, swing lift. It's just all about that moment. It's all about that swing moment to get things out. So make sure we're thinking about that, yeah? Cool, so let's all go ahead and get back up, and then we'll go ahead and move into our next ones. And these ones are gonna be playing into our neck roll 45s that we're gonna learn towards the end. And also you can clearly see it's already 3 p.m. So we're way behind schedule, but I just wanna make sure I teach as much as possible to y'all. So let's go ahead and start with this right hand under at the tab, just like this. And it's gonna be at this 45. And the left hand is gonna be under, and I'm gonna be at half, just like this. Yeah, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. So we're gonna go ahead and step now the left foot back. So we're like this. We're gonna feel the flag tip come down, and we're just gonna twist the body upwards. So everyone just turn and twist the body upwards with that left hand. So let's try it again. I'm here. I'm just like this, remember those hands. And then I step my left foot back. I'm gonna take my right hand off, and it's just gonna be my left hand on it. I'm gonna go down and up, down and up. Okay, the thing about this toss that makes it hard is you can't give anything to it. But the thing about this toss that makes it easy is that exact same thing, is you wanna just literally twist that body. When your tip gets upwards, when you feel this moment, literally let that flag go. Oh no, I'm a liar. No way, I'm a liar, that's a different toss. From here, you wanna feel right here is where you wanna let it go, at that corner. So I'll see again. Right here is where you want to let that toss go. And now watch, it's going to feel like all the other ones that we just did. We're going to go here, we're going to go down, up, and grab. So it's going to go right out of that hand. Everyone go ahead and try that on your own. Yes, and then if you already know how to do this one, if you're already doing this one like perfectly fine, then you could obviously like already start advancing into that neck roll one. But if not, then just keep going over this. That was good, Andres. That was good. Just pull it back this way. Like pull it towards me a little bit more when you're releasing. Don't push your hand out so far. There you go, and grab. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that was close. And now just back off a little bit so it doesn't spin so fast. Can you demonstrate from the front? Yes, I can. Of course, yeah, literally. So let me mirror you. Right hand is under, left hand is under too, so I look like this. My left foot is stepped back behind me like this. From here, I take this right hand off and I just go down, up with that hand. So again, go here, just like this. And then remember, it's the body twisting. This one is really not about that hand at all. It's the body twisting that's making my flag come out and release. What's up? Okay, and start lower. Katie said a lot of us are starting up here. Yeah, which I don't have like any momentum with my arm. You want to start a little bit lower, just like this. So this flag is going down, up. Remember, always feel anytime we're doing anything that kind of has one hand, you want to just literally think down, up. Like everyone needs to like kind of get that idea into their head, down, up, down, up. That swing feeling of like feeling the down going to the up is what all this toss is based off of. That same key feeling I was talking about on our water break of like swinging your keys, that exact same moment. Right here, I feel swing up. It's that exact same thing, that exact same feeling. So you want to make sure you're focusing on that. Good, Natalie. That was so good. Yes, just let it go, Relena. What's that? Sorry, who had a question?
Are you able to show the neck roll one for us trying to do the...
Yeah. Of course. So if you're trying to do the neck roll one, then go ahead and just start here with your right hand on the tab, just like this. Yep. And you're going to want to go here and touch the thumb to your neck. Just like that. Yeah, make sure your thumb is up. Start on the pull. Like that. Yeah, there you go. And now have it down behind you. Yep. And then from there, you go neck roll. Good. And then you just grab with that left hand under. And when you grab that, you take that step, and then from there it releases. So then you want to make it one fluid motion. And for everyone else that's still working on it, I'll go through this again when we work on them, but you want to make sure you're going around the neck, down, up to grab for the people wanting to work on that.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, Natalie, you're doing those so well. Try to push up your rotation. If you're doing this and you're bored now, push up those rotations. Even from the other tosses too. If you can't do this already, then just keep going. Of course I can. So from the side, I'll do this way so you guys can see. Right hand, left hand. Yep, I take that left foot back and I'm taking off this right hand and I'm just going down and up. So the hand that is on the pull is the one that stays. And again, remember, if you're not getting it, it's okay. This recording will be posted tomorrow. Yeah, are you kind? Yeah, you just want to make sure that when you're turning, turn your body too. So make sure that your left foot is behind you like this. And this is the thing that we all need to make sure we're doing is just second. That's what is going to lead the toss. So can everyone on the call actually go there for me really quick? So everyone be in the second position. And then everyone take this left foot and step behind yourself and try to make it a little bit wider. And now from here, this toss, think literally just this, twist. Don't think about anything else with those feet. So let's all try that together. Let's all go here. And also notice that like my upper body is tall, I'm not hunched over when I'm doing this. So I'm up tall. Let's all try it. And we're just going to do one quick motion. 1. Here we go. 5 and 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So that's how quickly you have to turn to the back to get this toss out. Now let's go ahead and try it with the flag. Here we go. Yes. And then Katie was talking about how the angle of your body helps it too. So make sure you're not doing this and releasing, leaning forward or leaning back. You want to stay stacked. Make sure that you're going here and straight up tall. Here we go. Let's try it all together. We're going to be releasing on 1 and catching on 3. Here we go. And then same exact thing too. We are taking that right foot step just like the first one. And 5 and 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Oh my God, 3. Sorry, there was wind for me. Let's try it again. Same exact thing. Here we go. Remember your left foot's behind. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab. Cool. Let's try it again. Make sure you're not too far down the pole. Remember, we start at that half. We don't start at that third or top. If you're short, it's fine. You can start higher, but this is like the natural place for it to kind of rotate. What'd you say?
Yeah, short.
Yeah, cool. Let's try it again. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Yes, yeah, that was so good from so many of you. Abby, that was literally it. Just read that toss. Search for it with those hands. Don't bring them up too early. That goes for everyone with all 45 tosses and all tosses that are in the air. You want to imagine that when I'm coming from a place where my hands are going consistently, I have more of a chance of knowing where my hands are going to go. Does that make sense? But if I release and my hands are just wild, then when I go into catch, I'm not going to be able to like properly gauge and be exact because my hands don't come from here every single time. Does that kind of make sense? So you want to make sure that when you're tossing, you are consistent with your hands so that your hands are going down and grab every time. And there's no kind of like any like option to just mess up where your hands are like up here and then searching for your flag. Because again, when your free hands aren't solid, they're going to be different every single time. Yeah, cool. Do any other techs like have or volunteers have any comments or anything they want to share about this toss or the last toss or anything?
I do. No one wants to go. So my advice, you're gonna hold this, Robert. If so, how Robert's doing like all like the angles on the hand, just to get the toss just like out of your hands a little bit, shadow. So just open up from this twisted foot. Just open up your hand to the back. So from this angle, all I'm gonna do is as I'm grabbing, I'm just gonna open my hand like I'm just waving at someone behind me, and then it's gonna allow the flag just to open up, open, to get that angle out. And then once you do a little bit closer, not in a crazy wind, you can start manipulating the angle to be a little bit more like precise and exact. But just to get the toss out, just think wave right behind you, wave. It's a very, very small toss, just without wave. So keep it really close, not so crazy far away.
Yeah.
And just to add on just a smidge, if you watch Katie do it, she had a lot of speed going to the down and continued the speed going to the lift to that 0.4, if you know your 27 points. But just make sure that you twist that wrist once you get to that bottom part, and then lift as quick as possible to that 0.4 so it goes over your head so you can catch it. Does that make sense? I hope so.
Yeah, that was perfect, Jose. Thank you. Anyone else? And honestly, too, if anyone else that's been working on this toss, if you have a comment that you want to say to everyone, you can.
So just know that, because I saw a lot of people saying that they couldn't do this toss, I've never tried it either, and that is okay. So I was very terrified, and the one mistake that I made was not keeping my body stacked. But once I did that and I realigned my body while I'm twisting my body around, is it high enough? No, but I'm going to work on that. So make sure that you don't neglect your body.
Yes. Thank you. We love. Anyone else have anything? Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and have everyone get a quick water, and then we will go ahead and move on. We're just going to go into the neck roll one, and then we'll start doing some behind the backs, and then we'll have our time to just kind of work on stuff. Remember, if you have anything about any of the tosses too, even the other ones.
I actually have a question again.
Yeah,
well, it seems like as I was progressing through the toss, it started, I was releasing like way too early, so it was like going on my head. But then like the latest time I tried it, I like really like yanked it over, so it like went over like 10 feet. Like it went really far, and I got the idea. Like it.
Wait, like this, right?
Yes.
Or no? Exact same thing as the other toss where you're holding on too long. All the tosses that have that swing or that top peak, or sorry, not the top peak for this one, it's here that you have to release. So you're probably holding on all the way to your here. So that's why it's traveling. Does that make sense? So just as soon as you release, it's kind of that wave thing that Katie said, you really just get your hand to do this. And that's all it is to let go. So you don't want to get your hand ever all the way over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So just try it a couple more times and then release sooner. What's up? I'm trying to find. Okay, is your name pronounced Jakedrick? Yes, your toss is absolutely beautiful. Like it's literally perfect. Yeah, very, 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 very good. Keep it up. And then you can literally start advancing into more higher tosses because your technique of it is flawless. Very good. So let's go ahead and add on now the neck roll. So it's gonna be that exact similar thing. Really also notice that I never told you one time to like push with your right hand, because it really does all come from this. And you're gonna figure out why, because now we're here. So we're all gonna start with that right hand, thumb up at the tab, and the pull is up, not the silk. Just like this. Good. And then it's gonna start down behind your body like that. Cool. Okay. So when we're doing neck rolls, I'll mirror you guys. When we're doing neck rolls, everyone go ahead and face this way. And now make sure that you're looking like directly down at your feet. So do you see how like when I look down, it creates a tabletop on my neck? That's gonna be able to have the flag now roll over. So you wanna go ahead and put your head down, and you wanna take your thumb and you wanna place it on the left side of your neck, just like this. Everyone try that, go ahead. Good, make sure, watch my pathway. I'm not doing this, right? My flag starts down and it stays down all the way. And it could honestly be at a slight 45 because we're going into a 45, but you want to make sure the concept of that tabletop neck, that's what's making this work. Yeah, so everyone try that just a couple more times, make sure it's rolling around your neck properly. And then after you have it, start grabbing like this with your right hand under. This is gonna be the next thing that's gonna feel incredibly uncomfortable for a lot of us, is that you wanna make sure going into that roll, grabbing under, just like that. Cool, okay. So now after we get that, on the neck roll, I just take that left foot step back. So I go here and step. And literally from here, I just turn to that second. And it's the exact same toss I did before. So nothing about the release, nothing about the prep, nothing about anything changes, other than I'm just adding like 2 counts to it. So I'm going 1, 2, and up, and grab. So everyone go ahead and try that on your own. If you can't do this, or you're scared, or you couldn't do the other toss, so you don't want to advance this one, it's okay. You can work on other tosses, and same thing, we'll still keep getting comments. That was so close. Who is that? Let me see. Victoria Gomez. That was very, very, very close. Just get it a little bit closer to yourself. Just a little bit. Yes, exactly. And then make sure that you're grabbing underhand for this one, not over. Make sure you're grabbing under, so it feels like the other toss. Under. There, yes. Yes. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Yes, perfect. Good. Really good. Text and volunteers too. If you want to give any comments right now, you totally can. Okay. Someone have something? I heard someone unmute themselves.
Sorry, it was me. There's a couple of people saying they're having a hard time getting the neck roll and then having the speed on the neck roll. That question has happened a couple times.
Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and have that thumb up. Remember, we start like this, right, on the tab. This is behind my body like this when I'm starting. So remember, we have that head down. Remember the pathway of the flag. I just literally bend my left arm in. I do this. Like that's how I'm starting that neck roll. And then from there, you just have to let it go. It's kind of all the other, like just like tossing, you just have to let it go around. If you have that thumb touching your neck like this, it won't fail. But if you do this and you touch the pole, then the pole's gonna slide off your body. Do you all see that? Yeah, so make sure that thumb is touching your neck, and that's what's making that happen. And then from that, it's just really getting like, I see a lot of you, you know what I mean? It's hard to grab under from something that's rotating that same way. That's why it's like such a hard skill. You wanna make sure that from here, you are following the flag for a second. Like I'm not grabbing at a definite point and then going. I'm kind of letting that hand follow. I'm going here, follow, down, up. So that I have a couple counts to grab my flag, not just one single moment. And if I miss it, that's it, I don't do the toss.
And if you watch Robert do that,
good.
He's hinging a little bit and dropping the head so we can get that neck roll through. And some of you are trying to do it nice and tall with your shoulders like this. It's going to slide down automatically. So just a small hinge will help that neck roll come around.
Yes, 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 yes. Make that tabletop. Let that flag roll around your neck. If your neck's like this, there's nothing for it to roll around. You know what I mean? And the toss doesn't come out flat. So there's just kind of no way to do the toss like any other way. Make sure that head is down. Good, Andres. Yeah, that's literally it. You just have to turn your body a little bit faster. Your flag is doing perfect. Just turn your body so it's catching up to it at the same time. Everyone keep working on, I'll keep going through. Yes, that was really, really, who is that? That was good, Alexis, very good. Good, Joe.
Oh my gosh, I just saw Nick and he looked awesome.
Oh, good, Nick. Good, Ruby. That's really, really good. Just catch a little bit higher so it doesn't feel down here. Yeah, that was a good, really good toss though. Very solid. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one together. Remember, this is an advanced one. So if you leave time on it, it's okay. You'll have that recording. Let's go ahead and start here. So we're going to be neck rolling on 1, grab 2, and then we're going to be releasing on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. we're gonna be catching on that 5. Everything is the same. We take that right foot step all the way that we learned from the standard one. Make sense? Here we go. And our pull is down. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Grab 2, out, 3, 4, 5. Good. Make sure we take that step. Good. And let's try it again. Same exact thing. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. And let's do one more. Allison, Katie said that the pole rolled on your neck, not the silk. So don't do it this way, to where you're grabbing the silk when it's down. Do it with the pole, so you're grabbing like that when it's down. Cool. Here we go. One more time. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3, and 5. Yes. Yeah, Nick, that's it. Very, very good. Cool. Okay. So everyone go ahead and come a little bit closer. Go ahead and start getting some water. And then we'll go ahead and start learning how to catch them behind the back. Yeah. So that was obviously the underhand one. And then you can do this one on the right side as well. And every single thing about the concept is the exact same. Every little part of it. The neck roll, the details, every single part of it is exactly the same. So if you watch this video again, just literally watch it and then try to do it on the other side and mirror it. And it'll be the exact same thing. Yeah, a lot of you guys are really getting this one. This is a hard one. This is like a tricky one that's like, it doesn't look too hard, but just the, like how the hand is placed and how you have to like articulate it is just so hard.
And the placement is crazy. Like you have to be so technical on it because I literally just did it right now. My first one I've never done this toss. I almost threw it to my neighbor's house. So I'm just trying to throw it soon.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Literally. Yeah. This actually. Yeah. Katie just reminded me. We learned this at Blue Devils 2016. So this is like a world-class toss, and it's been obviously in a bunch of other shows as well. But like that's just where I personally learned it. So this is like from a world-class group. It's not a beginner skill. You know what I mean? But if you are a beginner and you're learning the skill and you got it, then good for you. Yeah, that's it, Olivia. Just grab under. Yeah. And then just release. Remember okay, so a lot of you guys, I did notice that we did really good about twisting the feet when we go into the release standard, but when we add the neck roll, we forget to step. We forget to take this step that's gonna do this. You know what I mean? A lot of us were doing this, and then we're just trying to release like that, and that just doesn't work out. You know what I mean? You wanna make sure that you're going here, and you're taking that step to release it. Cool, and then same thing, if something helps you, put it in the chat. If a tech or volunteer has a comment, you can turn off your mic and totally say it to the whole class. And then on such a small toss, it's again, same thing, it's about that speed. If I'm coming from here, it's that speed of me going up that's gonna make this toss happen. Going up and grab. I didn't use any kind of like, again, I didn't use any strength or muscle, it was just all speed to get that release out. Is it usually considered a small toss? Yeah, I mean, this version of it is. Like this one's a small one, but you can obviously make it bigger and higher and get like all the way up there. Cool, okay. Let's go ahead and start learning the behind the back one now. So we're gonna go ahead and go all the way back to the standard one. Yeah, and you saw that every single toss we did really, really played off of this angle that we all learned to start the class. Every single toss, you know what I mean? Whether it was at this angle or this angle, it played off of that solid 45 front and back angle. So make sure we're all thinking about that when we're going behind the back too. So now let's all go back to the standard one. Same exact thing, we're gonna put that right hand on top, all the way back from the beginning of class, left hand under. And now from here, remember we pass through flat, and then from that flat, we go straight up, just like that. So let's go ahead and pass through. Let's just do one, let's do a standard toss, and we're not gonna take a step this time either. We're just gonna go 1, grab 3. Make sense? Here we go. 1, grab 3, and 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, grab 3. Cool. Now I want us to make sure that we're practicing when we grab. I want us to start grabbing with that right hand on the hip. So I'd love for you to catch this toss super low and look just like this. Does that make sense? Instead of catching it up here, try to catch it as low as you can. Here we go. And 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 3. So notice how I didn't catch it at my normal height. I caught it down here. Let's try it again, same thing. and 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, low. Cool. Okay, and now literally everyone go ahead and face this way for me. All you do is you take your right hand around your body, just like this, and now put that flag in the tab. That's why we're grabbing that tab low, and the left hand will just go up. So you should be looking like this when you catch your flag. So now do that exact same thing, and now you want to practice it once, just tossing normal but low, grab, and then try with that behind the back, up and grab. It's the exact same thing. My toss did not change. A single thing did not change. Go ahead and try it. Good, Natalie, that was so good. So good. Keep trying it. Remember, just put that hand in. That was close, Olivia. You just put your hand in too late. You second guessed yourself when it was in the air. Good, Cheyenne. That was it. Very good. Good, Abby Bishop. Solid. Good, Emily Mora, and whoever Emily Mora's friend is with her. Keep trying it. Good, Andres. Yeah, just try to get that left hand out.
Ellery is over here catching it behind the back.
Yay! Yeah, I'm so excited to see so many people getting it. Yeah. Rebecca, it's just you're pushing your right hand this way. Yeah, make sure your right hand goes straight up. You want the toss to go directly above you. And then who was really good? Nick. Let's go find Nick. I'm trying to find him before I tell him to do it again. There's Nick.
I have
Nick,
another
do it again for me.
question. Sorry, don't.
It's okay. What's your question?
See, every time I try to do this toss, I often will either like cheat it and grab the silk and pull it towards me, or I like don't grab with my right hand, but I grab it with my left hand.
So you're doing this?
Yes.
Right. Put your left hand on your right shoulder. Do this. That's what I make my students do. Like do this, because then your hand doesn't have a chance of like going to reach the flag. Like literally grab your shoulder and like grab your shirt, and it'll force you to keep that hand out of the way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and that is really like those kind of issues, and that goes for everyone, because I see a couple people doing it. That thing is really a mind game. You really just want to just force yourself as hard as you can, just keep that left hand. But yeah, left hand on right shoulder will just like, it just kind of forces you, you know what I mean? You don't have a choice to put your hand in. Cool, let's all go ahead and try it together. I see a lot of us getting it, and even if you didn't, it's okay. Cool, let's go ahead and try it. Here we go. And releasing on 1, catching 3. Let's do a standard one, just catching normal, standard, low. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, standard, toss, 1, 2, low. Cool, and now let's do it with the behind the back. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool, and again. Yes, good. Okay, so Katie is finding that a lot of you, make sure you're watching the tab the whole time. Yeah, that is another thing about behind the back that I think a lot of us like think like, oh, behind the back, I can't look at it, so I have to do this. But that's not the case. You can watch your flag the whole time. You can keep that hand on to go grab the entire time that you're doing that. So make sure we're all doing that. Yeah, spot the tab, spot the tab. Cool, let's do it again. I'm gonna switch headphones really quick because these ones are dying. Oh my God, my flag. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, so.
Can everyone hear me still? Yeah? Good? Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and try it again. Oh, okay. I should have been using this the whole time. Let's go ahead and try it again. Here we go. And tossing 1, catching 3. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Cool, and again, last time. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Okay, yes, so many of you got it. That makes me so happy to see. That's brilliant. So that's like the end of this class. You know what I mean? We're kind of done like learning on the 45s that we had to learn. So congratulations for getting through it. It was a ton. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine just like trying to sit through an hour of just so many 45s. You guys got through it. That's awesome. If you learned something in this class, put it in this chat. Whatever you learned, whatever helped you, if you had that aha moment, like I saw a couple people for this left hand on the right shoulder thing, that really helped you. So put that, you know what I mean? Just put these things that are helping you because someone might not be focusing on that thing. Yep, Ariel put spot the tab. That's a really big thing. Incorporating the body. Thank you, Ashita. Yes, positive comments too. If you watch someone and you were like, dang, they were so good, put something for someone. And then everyone else right now, we're gonna take like 1 to 2 minutes to just kind of get water. And then I'm gonna stay on literally for like 20 to 30 minutes or until everyone kind of leaves. And then yeah, anything you kind of need help with, you can just unmute yourself and I'll just help you. On flag, sorry, I don't have my weapons out here, but next week or in 2 weeks when I do weapon.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys will be getting like an email tomorrow, kind of just thanking you for the class and everything, so don't get scared if you get an email. And then yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. Remember, one of the biggest things I want you to take away from this class is it's about speed and technique and timing. It's never about muscle. When muscle fails, when you're fatigued, when you're in the middle of a show and you can't get out that 7, how are you gonna rely on your muscle? You have to use that technique, that speed, and that timing. So always, always think about that.
Robert, can I say something as people are leaving?
Yeah, go ahead.
So someone just mentioned in the chat that this helped their self-esteem so much, and I want to touch on that for a second, because us as guard people do something that's so different from everyone else. We're a different type of athlete. You already have a lot of skill and a lot of confidence and a lot of self-esteem. So I'm glad that this process has given so much enthusiasm to you, but just know that you're already great because you're trying something different and you're trying something new. And I want you to take that with you and then come back and do something with it. So I'm really proud of all of you, but remember that you have a lot more than you think you do.
Yes. Thank you, Jalen. That was so sweet. Cool, yes. And then remember, you can unmute yourself if you want to. If you want to start working on something, you can. And then same thing, volunteers and techs, you're free to go. I'll send you a message tomorrow, kind of thanking you and detailing everything with a little present. And then, yeah. And then I will have a full schedule. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I cut you off as you were talking. Thank you for coming. I'll have a full schedule for August in a couple days and everything and all those classes. I'll be doing a bunch of free classes, the same like this, like all of like my basic kind of skills, and like 45s and just general skills, like double time, things like that will be free. I'll be having like $1 classes as well. That's going to be focused on like tricks and advanced like things, like just more advanced like tricks and toss tricks and stuff like that. And then I'll be doing $2 choreography classes as well. So I'm trying to keep everything pretty low cost and everything because I know like a lot of us are about to go virtual for our season and stuff. So if you're just bored at home one day, you have these classes to kind of just help with. And then at the end of the email tomorrow, you'll see like a little bit of stuff for like donation or tip the artist. And I'm gonna try to have donation pools for the volunteers and then donation pools also to kind of help run the cost of the classes. So if you love the class a lot and you wanna donate like $1 or $2 tomorrow in the email, you can totally do that. You don't have to donate to join the classes or anything, but if you want to and you got it like that, then you can donate.